Why does constant parental conflict damage children so deeply? What's it doing to a child's system and brain development?
Stress. So we know that stress isn't good for children's brains. Well, it's not good for adults' brains either, but it's really not good for children's brains. So, you could think of what's happening to the brain is the brain is being architected in those first 3 years, and stress changes the architecture of the brain. So there is the stress regulating system. So the amygdala is this tiny little almond-shaped part of the brain that is probably one of the oldest, most primitive parts of the brain, and it is responsible for putting us into survival mode, fight or flight. It protects us. So we say that a little bit of stress, which produces a little bit of cortisol, can protect us, right? But a lot of stress, which is chronic, which their brains cannot handle, actually changes the development of that brain, so that child later on can't deal with adversity and stress as well. There's actually a researcher at Columbia University who talked about how think about that part of the brain that regulates stress. It's meant to be offline for the first year, which is why mothers wearing babies on their bodies and carrying babies around, and then for the next 2 years after that first year, having them close by, keeps their buffer stress, keeps their stress levels quite low, introducing stress incrementally. And then after that 3-year period, children can begin to integrate more and more stress. But if you overly expose them in the beginning, you get an overactive amygdala that sets that baby into survival mode. And then that part of the brain sort of fizzles out. What's the best way I can put it? It sort of shrinks, shrivels up, and ceases to be functional in the future to handle stress and adversity.